What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all of you are having a great day so far today. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Getting into this episode of GH, Brando should not blame himself because he didn't see Sasha's addiction issues and stuff sooner. It's like at the end of the day, sometimes you just can't see it. Like the person just hides it so well sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Or you got a lot going on. Now ain't the time to blame yourself. Now is the time to try and just be supportive and get her some help. But I also agree with what TJ had to say because it's so true. You can't help somebody unless they're ready to get some help. And Sasha's not at that point. That's the problem. Sasha has not hit rock bottom. When you hit rock bottom, you have no other choice but to pick yourself back up at that point. Sasha's not there yet because she still don't feel like she needs help. So until she realizes she needs the help, she's not gonna really get sober. She might get sober maybe for a few days, maybe even a few weeks. But unless she really deep down wants to and is ready for it, she's gonna backslide quickly. Like they backslide rather quickly. An addict, an alcoholic, and all them, they can backslide fast when they're not really ready to get clean yet. She's not ready for all that yet. That's just apparent. So he shouldn't blame himself for that. You got to just keep trying, keep being there. That's literally all you can do is just keep trying. Um, that's the best you can do. So hopefully, at some point Sasha gets clean. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, we get to this damn courtroom. The trial is about to begin. Curtis wasn't able to come up with no new leads, like to help Trina out on this. And Trina feels like, well, it's too little, too late now. I don't think so because trials they go on for days, weeks, months. So this is only day one. So Curtis still got time to find something. You know what I mean? That ADA is not playing no games. Like she got Cameron up on that stand, asking him all these questions, um, about his relationship with Trina, like about his history with her. Like she brought up the fact that they briefly had a thing or whatever, had feelings for one another, and Cameron pretty much tried to shut that down when Diane cross-examined him because the ADA pretty much wanted to paint Trina as a jealous person. That, oh, you had feelings for her at one point, but now you're dating her best friend. How does she feel about all that? You know what I'm saying? The ADA is just trying to paint the picture that Trina did all of this out of jealousy. That's pretty much what she's trying to do. And by the answers that they're giving sometimes, it makes it seem like that could be the case, but we all know that's not the case, really. Um, and she also got Cameron to admit that Trina was the only one in the cabin when him and Joss were having sex because Esme and Spencer pretty much left at that point. So he had no choice but to say, yeah, we were in there. Because at the end of the day, that's all these DAs and ADAs want when they get you on trial. They don't want long-winded answers. They want yes and no's. But see, that's the problem with a yes and no. It's not that simple. There's always some type of gray area to it. But of course, the ADAs don't ever want to hear that because the yes and no's help strengthen their case. If you start giving them long-winded answers about the circumstances, then that mess up what they're trying to do. It messes up the picture that they're trying to paint because this ADA is a pain in the ass. Like, I don't understand why she going so hard at Trina. Because that ADA, she been going hard at Trina since this whole thing, even before the trial even started, since Trina got arrested. She been, out to get her for some odd ass reason. I'm guessing it's to advance her career. I don't know, but it's just sickening. Um, but when Diane cross-examined Cameron, Cameron was like, listen, um, they never dated. He was like, we never dated. We kissed one time. She's my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, he painted her in the best light that he possibly could. Basically, in the true light. Um, and that he believes in her. When they got Jocelyn to the stand, I had a feeling Jocelyn was going to go to hell off. Because Jocelyn is definitely her mother-daughter. Like, she not going to give you a bunch of yes-no answers. She going to elaborate on some shit. So I wasn't surprised. Like, all that shit that the ADA tried to pull with Cam, you weren't going to pull that with Miss Jocelyn. I had a feeling about that one. Like, she was asking them about, like, what led up to them being intimate. And, Jocelyn told them about the drinking game. Because Jocelyn pretty much said the questions were set up for Trina to drink. in which it was true. The questions definitely was. Trina was set up. It was a good frame job by Esme. She did a damn good job framing that girl. Um, Jocelyn pretty much refused to answer all the ADA questions, yes or no. So of course the ADA wanted Jocelyn to be treated as a hostile witness, and of course the judge granted it. I'm like, but in my opinion, she not hostile. She's just letting you know that there were extenuating circumstances. But again, the DA's office don't give a damn. Like, they don't care about extenuating circumstance. They just want yes or no's. And we all know Jocelyn was not about to just give yes and no's. Because this is her best friend that's looking at going to prison. So Jocelyn was like, no, I'm going to defend my bestie. I would too. I mean, if you're going to treat me as a hostile witness, it is what it is. Because I'm going to be hostile. Because you're not about to send my good friend up the river for some shit she didn't do. That I know she didn't do. It ain't going down. Like, definitely not. Not today. It's just that ADA was just going too hard. Then the ADA was asking her, did Trina ever mention how her feelings, or did she ever seem upset about Kim and Josh dating, and if she felt left out and stuff like that? And Jocelyn had to admit, like, yeah, she did, but she wasn't herself. So she had to admit all of that. Like, a lot of stuff Cam and Josh had to admit in court, it did not favor Trina. Even though we all know she innocent and they know she innocent, it's still circumstantial evidence, that can go against her. And when Esme and Spencer left, Trina was the only one there with them. That's the only issue. And they can't recount for her whereabouts that night. They don't know where she was the entire time. Like, she was pretty much in the cabin. They don't know if she was really asleep. They can't really testify to that. So it's pretty much a bad look for Trina at this point. But I believe Trina gonna get off from this. Some way or another, she gonna find a way out. Spencer better hope that his little stupid ass plan worked, because Esme has been 2 steps ahead of him this entire time. So he pretty much revealed to her that Victor found her mother in Portugal. And he showed her the DNA test results, but she noticed that them damn DNA results didn't have no names on them. And he talking about, oh, I just did that, for confidentiality purposes. And she was wondering, did Victor find her father? I said, of course, because she was worried. She just want to know how much Spencer know. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if Spencer knew Ryan was her father, he probably would have used that or whatever. But she should know that he ain't got nothing. Because I got a feeling Esme gonna call his bluff. Because he pretty much told Spencer pretty much told Esme, like, I'm not telling you nothing until you guarantee Trina's freedom. I have a feeling this is gonna backfire. I have that feeling. Because something telling me Esme might call his bluff on this. And if she calls his bluff, Spencer's gonna be fucked. Because you ain't got nothing but a bluff at this point. You have absolutely nothing but a bluff. You have no solid information, no nothing. So he better hope that she don't call that. He really better hope so. Because, like I said, Esme has been on top of her shit since she popped up into Port Charles, and you coming with this fake DNA that you got from Carly and Jocelyn, you better hope that this shit pan out. Because if she called that bluff one time, Spencer ain't got nothing. He's just gonna look like a fool. And I just got a feeling that this plan is not gonna work. Esme just seems too smart for all of that. Way too smart. So anyway, moving on from that. I like Dante and Sonny conversations and stuff like that. Dante tries to see things from Sonny's point of view. And he also tries to see things from everybody's point of view. And he was right. Sonny, it's true. As much as a lot of people don't like Nina, he did fall for her, even though he thought he was somebody else. His feelings for her don't go nowhere. They're still pure, real feelings. So if he would have tried to lie and be like, oh, I don't really have feelings for Nina, he would have been lying to himself. He would have been lying to everybody else. So, I mean, what more could he have done? He had no choice but to just admit, like, yeah, I had feelings for the girl. What point is it to sit there and lie about it? It is what it is. It made a big mess, but it is what it is. So, Sonny had to bring Dante up to speed about Nina buying the Metro Court and all that stuff, Carly's half, and, pretty much it just created a bigger clusterfuck than what we already got. So Michael popped up or whatever to tell Dante and Sonny and them that Willow pregnant. Cause Sonny was gonna leave him alone, but Michael said no, you can stay. He was like Willow pregnant, and he made sure to tell Sonny like I don't want you nowhere near my family, like I don't want you nowhere near this new child, Willow, Wiley, or Carly. My thing is, Michael need to be quiet. Like he really do. He's starting to irritate me at this point because I definitely have to agree with Dante. Because when Dante pulled Michael to the side, he was wondering if Michael did that on purpose, like wanted to meet with him at Sonny's gym of all places, hoping to run into Sonny just so he could rub it in his face, like, "Oh, I'm having another child, and you're not going to be a part of it." Michael tried to deny it, but I feel like it's true. I feel like Michael did that shit on purpose. I definitely feel like he did it on purpose just to rub Sonny's face into it. And it's so childish. Like, if you don't want nothing to do with Sonny no more, I get it. But at the end of the day, it's like, you don't have to be around him. Why pop up at his gym? I'm pretty sure there's other gyms in that town that Sonny don't own. Like, I'm just saying. And he run around bragging, oh, me and Willow having another baby. That ain't nothing to brag about. Like, I'm just saying. Like, shit, it's going to be more of y'all now. Lord help us all. And of course, Michael and Dex got into it because they had to put on a show for Sonny, like they were fighting or whatever. And you know, Brando, Sonny, and Dante and all that had to break that mess up or whatever. And Brando is irking my nerves with this. Oh, listen, I want to talk to Michael for you. Let me talk to Michael for you, Brando. You've already made that offer umpteen times. Let it go. Because Sonny told him pretty much, focus on your child. Don't focus on me. Focus on your kid. I mean, not focus on your kid, but focus on your family, Sasha, and stuff like that. Because Sonny's at that point now where he said the talking is done. Sonny is done talking to Michael. Now it's time for action. And I was quite curious what he meant by action because it's about time for Sonny to hit back at Michael. Like, you're letting Michael get away with too much right about now. And it's like you're going to start looking weak to, you know, to the public. Like, your own son is out here punking you and you're not doing nothing about it. He's out here costing you money and you're not doing nothing. That's a punk move. At some point, you're going to have to fight back at some point. Because you only could be pushed so far. So ain't no telling what Sonny going to do. I'm curious to see. Because I'm like, it's about time. You need to push back and do something. Stop letting this boy punk you. Better take him to the woodshed and get your good belt. And whoop his ass. Do something. Because I'm getting about tired of Michael. Acting like he king dingling around Port Charles. No, he need to get handled. Like, I'm just saying. Sonny need to stop handling him with kid gloves. It's just getting aggravating. You know? And Dex, at this point, I like Dex to an extent. I want to know more about him. But after this storyline is over, where does Dex go from here? Like, he better pray and hope Sonny don't find out about his, you know, double agent business. You know, him running around working for Michael and pretending to work for him. He better hope Sonny don't find out. You might join some folks in that Pine Barrens. It's getting mighty crowded over there. I'm just saying. But, you know, Dante was nice about it. Dante was like, listen, I'm happy about you having another baby. I get to be an uncle again. Dante is just trying to be the peacekeeper at this point. Like, he just wants some damn harmony in that family. And I respect it, but, sir, you're not going to get it no time soon. You are not going to get no harmony. You ain't going to get no peace in the Middle East between Sonny and Michael. I'm just saying, you about to get some straight up West Coast, East Coast beef between them right about now. It's about to be some guns toting. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Like, so anyway, moving on from that, Nina went to go visit with Nathan at his grave and whatnot, and Olivia, being petty, called Nina to tell her, oh, we got a staff meeting in an hour. Nina was pissed because she was like, yeah, I'll be there. Nice of you to let me know an hour before the damn meeting start. I said, of course, Olivia did that shit on purpose. Like, that's what Olivia gonna keep doing to Nina, and Nina better get used to it. Olivia's gonna keep trying to sabotage her. Because that was petty, though. Olivia know damn well she knew about that meeting at least 24 hours in advance, and you just now calling her to let her know? An hour before the damn meeting? Talk about petty. My goodness. So anyway, Nina and Obrecht were talking and whatnot because Nina is feeling a little upset because she felt like, oh, this her keeping the Metro Court or whatever could have an impact on her and Sonny moving forward. I mean, because it does make it look like you're being vindictive at this point. She claims that she did it to help Carly, but it's making it seem like you did it to be petty. You know what I'm saying? And Obrecht felt like, at least this safeguards her office space. Um, my whole thing was Nina's office space was never really in trouble. Yes, Olivia did threaten her at one point to kick her out, but Olivia wasn't going to do that though because they make a fortune in rent off the office spaces there. They make a fortune. So I doubt she was going to do that unless she could replace that income stream with another person that's willing to lease the office. Um, but I just feel like it's a hot mess for her to keep it. I do. Because she claims now, oh, it's a good business opportunity. Oh, it's very profitable. It's this, that, and the third. Okay, Crimson is very profitable, but you didn't want to buy that. And I understand what some people are saying, that the magazine business is dying, but there's digital. Digital is not dying. People are making a fortune off of going digital. Plus, she could have turned Crimson into a whole lifestyle brand, not just a magazine. It could have been a talk show. It could have been popcorn. It could have been pillows, silk sheets. You could have turned Crimson into a whole lifestyle brand that made billions. Like, people do it all the time. Like, she definitely could have did that. But no, you wanted to buy half of the Metro Court. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure the Metro Court is very profitable. Sure it is. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like it's a bad business idea to purchase it, but she did it to be petty. Like, you did it to stick it to Carly. You might as well just be honest about it. Um, that's just what it is. So Willow ended up visiting Jonah's grave or whatever to tell him the news about her pregnancy. And of course, Nina and Obrecht just so happened to overhear her. And Nina wanted to know how did Wiley react to it. And of course, Willow was being snarky and they were going back and forth and whatnot. My issue too with Nina is she constantly blames Carly for everything. Like, she's sitting there telling Obrecht, "Oh, Carly, this is another win for Carly." Carly has nothing to do with this. How is this a win for her? Carly has zero to do with this. It was Michael and Willow's idea to keep Nina from Wiley. They didn't want to tell her about their other child that they're expecting. That was all their decision. Carly has not talked to them once about, oh, keep Nina away from the child, keep Nina away from the new baby. She never had a conversation with them about neither one of these issues. But yet Nina just always wants to blame Carly for everything. It's like, you just look like a psycho. Like, you blame her for everything, so now it looks like you're trying to take her life. Like, stop. Like, you making yourself look more batshit crazy than what you really are. Like, relax. And you probably are batshit crazy. Like, calm yourself. You like one flew over the damn cuckoo's nest. Like, relax. Like, what's she gonna blame Carly for next? Armageddon? Like, I'm just saying. Like, you can't blame that woman for everything. You gonna blame her for snow and rain too? Global warming? Like, relax. Everything ain't Carly. So Willow met up with TJ or whatever, and he told her, he was like, "Listen, I got the results from your other tests and whatnot. I wonder what's going on with her, like, other than the pregnancy, because she fainted and started having dizzy spells and stuff long before she found out she was pregnant, long before she got pregnant. So I wonder what that other medical issue is and how it affects the child. Honestly, if it does affect the child, I'm not even gonna be mad at it. I'm not, because Michael and Willow don't need no more damn children at this point. Hell, they born as it is. They don't need no more kids. That's what they don't need. We don't need no more of them running around. I'm just saying. But anyway, yeah, things ain't looking too good for Trina right now, man. They need to get together. Figure out how we need to band together. Where is Mr. Rory? Rory need to be sitting next to her at least. The hell with that badge. You need to stand by your boo. I'm just saying, she in the fight of her life right now. We need you. We need your support. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought about it. And I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.